question.
Hey guys, welcome. I'm David. I'm a clown for many years, and I made a proposal in deep funding to create something called Project Mycelium. To give some context, I have a company called Arcane Fools that enables business to access potentiality with the art of imagination. So this is workshops and consultancy to enable potentiality in business. Um, so I made this proposal in Singularity in deep funding. So what is it? Mycelium, Project Mycelium. So Project Mycelium is trying to create an autopoietic system, right? A system that is able to heal itself. Um, what I see in Singularity Network from what I'm fairly recent into the ecosystem, but uh, I've really been enjoying getting involved. And what I see is a kind of in development of decentralization, there's a fragmented structure that kind of forms before it's linked together. I see a kind of, there's some levels of structure to interact, but it's kind of depersonalized and without interpersonal relations. And I believe that interpersonal relations are really key to innovation. That people want to make things with their friends, that people are driven by that. And I see that information silos, which can be caused by this fragmentation, this can be solved with soft skill development. From what I've been on DWork, it's nice, but it's not enthralling like working with a team is. So my idea with Project Mycelium is to create a structural functional organization that enables people, different people in the community, in the ecosystem to interact. So this is inspired by mycelium. And what does mycelium do in a forest? It uses the dead matter and transforms it into potentiality. It connects between and of biomimicry. I hope to create a group. This is why I'm putting it in the ideation pool. So the goal is to do a research and get a group together to make a minimum viable community to demonstrate to SingularityNet the potentiality of interpersonal relations and the keys um, to building AI and AGI. Like right now, humans and teams are building AI. Um, that's why I think it's relevant. So thanks. I'm going to stop there. Please welcome questions. Thanks.
Okay, David, you used 3 minutes of your time, and we have 2 minutes for questions, so we'll have 5 minutes for questions.
Can you share the link, David, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone I think shared it here.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, do we have questions for David?
Will this be constructing AI, or will it be constructing AI to create poetry or something else?
Essentially, it looks at SingularityNet, the marketplace, as a product in itself of modular services, and sees, in some sense, how community can connect those modular AI services into products by through doing interpersonal outreach and developing these collaborative networks between different projects through Project Mycelium. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Cool.
Do we have any more questions for David?
I see on the proposal some kind of like some partnerships like Division 5 Mason DAO. Of course, the ambassador program. I was just wondering if you could elaborate on any of those.
Yeah, actually, I need to edit that slightly. I've been talking, for instance, with some software development companies over the last weeks about how we can integrate kind of gaps in software development and kind of DevOps in our network by borrowing and using exchange mechanisms with software development companies, with artistic DAOs. So I've been talking to software development companies, DAOs, some other organizations, and actually what I found is they're not so compatible. They're more this Web 2 way of working isn't so compatible with kind of more of a decentralized grassroots way of working. So a consideration I have after speaking to them is that the development of Project Mycelium needs to be much more organic, kind of developing the structures, and that's where I think partnerships with Swarm and with Edify Collabs could be really beneficial.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? If not, David, I would like to ask you, how come mycelium motivates you? Is it something philosophical? Is it why mycelium as an organism? I'm guessing.
Yeah, as an organism, and how in the development of you could say like trees populating the earth, they're able to populate the earth because of their symbiotic relationship with mycelium. And before they developed this relationship, they weren't able to go beyond some very harsh environments and beside water for this. So the ability of creating a symbiotic relationship. I see Project Mycelium as the organic side that can help SingularityNet. I see SingularityNet as like a bunch of trees right now, and there can be so much potentiality by connecting these, by overcoming these information silos, this kind of lack of communications between teams that can be enabled with a more interpersonal structure.
Okay, thank you. Do we have time for one more question if someone has for David? Yeah, go ahead, Harsha.
I was just curious. So, would you and your team be going to like different organized grassroots organizations, meeting them and then connecting them, or do you have other basis for connecting different organizations?
This is something that we're planning to prospect in the research phase, to prospect the opportunities that an organization like this can have. So that's definitely something we're going to look at. But I don't right now have thorough enough research to say whether or not my goal would be to integrate with other networks. But in terms of the development of Mycelium, I see as needing much more Web3 organic development before the structures are kind of concrete enough to interact with Web2 companies, essentially. Did that answer?
Oh no, I was speaking about like connecting Web3 communities themselves that are already in the space. So would you be understanding their needs and connecting it with other? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. This is it. And I see that an organization like this is not or doesn't have to be based on a chain. Is these interpersonal relationships go across chains, they go kind of across communities. And I see I see the potentiality to kind of connect those really in a way that not many other people are right now.
Okay, David, thank you for your
Thank
answers.
you. Thanks, guys.